Teenage Bullying, Part 3. Let's continue to talk about teenage bullying. Behind are two parts about the types, signs, features of some ways to combat it. This time about what to do if this happens to your child. How will we help? So how can you help a teenager? It is important to teach a teenager not to react to provocations from the instigators. No matter what they say, no matter what relatives and friends they touch in their insults. To be outwardly calm, like a boa constrictor, is the main commandment in case of provocation. Something like, "You are a loser, and generally a freak." Thanks for the information. I'll take it into account. Your parents, "Oh, but you are more beautiful than ever. I love how beautifully you speak. Continue." And so on. You can also offer to play out similar situations with the teenager at home. You need to tell the teenager that a strong emotional reaction to provocation is what is expected of him. It inflames the offenders and motivates them to continue. There is no reaction, the fuse disappears. It may no longer be interesting for provocateurs to waste their eloquence. Another thing that parents can do to support and help a teenager is to offer to find like-minded people, their own company in the class. It does not always happen that the entire class or the entire parallel school is up in arms against the teenager. Surely there will be those who can support and give strength and self-confidence. There is also an option with the support of friends from a variety of interest groups, sections, clubs, in which the teenager is a member. Where he is accepted, he is given emotional support, where he can even play the role of a leader and have authority. But there are cases when the offenders cannot get by with eloquence alone, using physical bullying and humiliation. And here, parents, attention! First of all, we collect the maximum amount of evidence of bullying cases. And if there are any, then facts of physical abuse and beatings. We collect everything: photos, videos, correspondence, audio recordings, testimonies of classmates, their parents, teachers, certificates from emergency rooms about the presence of injuries, if, God forbid, there are any. This could be anything related to the facts of bullying. We collect them and take them first to the class teacher. Together with him, we invite the parents of the instigators of bullying to a meeting and try together to find a way out of the current situation. Teenagers, of course, should also be present. We boldly present evidence of bullying so as not to be unfounded. And we try not to enter into conflict, but to solve the problem. But most importantly, we always remember that we are on the side of our child, no matter what happens. If both the class teacher and the parents of the instigators turn a blind eye to the problem or simply deny it, with all this evidence and statements addressed to the school management, we go higher until the problem is resolved. As I said at the very beginning, proven cases of bullying are a reason, at a minimum, to go to court for compensation for moral damage, which will certainly occur with systematic bullying. In case of more serious consequences, injuries, fractures, disability, suicide, their parents are responsible for minors, but minors may also face criminal punishment. But for already adults there is a trial and further responsibility for what they have done. And only so. These are very important points that require, among other things, punishment by law. It has long been impossible to turn a blind eye to this. Now there is not a single child who has not encountered facts of bullying at school in his life. No matter what pole the child is in this case, neither was. But in order for your children and teenagers to tell you about them, it is important that close, confidential communication be maintained between you. And nothing else.